Guys, I just have to admire this view here in Seattle right now, with the sun setting and the mountains and the clouds in the background. It's beautiful. Pacific Northwest is one of my favorite places to be. Anyway, we're here in Seattle. We're in the 737-700, the cargo variant. Well, there's not really a cargo variant, but I'm making it one. I'm going to be testing the latest Zibo Mod update, which came out on the 2nd of June. This is version 4.04.41. It had a few changes to some autopilot functions and this and that. We'll see if I notice any difference in flight. I don't think I will. I'm going to go ahead and run my checklist. We'll do this flight from start to finish from Seattle down to San Jose, California. I've never been there. Let's run it. Electronic flight bag is on. We'll go to ground services, connect the GPU. Okay, then I'm going to check to make sure my landing gear lever is down. Parking brake. Oh, my kids were messing with my computer earlier and they moved my rudder pedals. Hold on. Let's release the parking brake. And let's put on the battery. And ground power. Hey, cockpit lights. Get these guys too. Alright, lights set to test. Alright, we'll make sure all the digits work. Okay. And I'll leave that on bright. You know, it's funny. I'm here in California and it's dark here right now at 8:53. Hey, Tweedle. But here in Seattle, it's still light outside because they're quite a bit further north than we are. It's pretty cool how the game keeps track of that stuff. Alright, mock airspeed warning test. Let's see if this works. Now, the stall warning has never worked for me, but this was allegedly fixed in a previous Zibo update. Let's see if it works now. Nope. Still doesn't work. Nope, doesn't work. That's right. IRS's nav. Window heat. Probe heat. Emergency lights. Seatbelt signs. Sure, why not? Logo lights. Position lights, wing lights, Jip Whiz test. Let's check it out.
Glide slope.
While that's going on, we'll do the fire overheat test.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
And cargo fire test.
Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
EFIS panel. And on plan. Takeoff warning. Let me make sure my thrust reversers work. They do. Good. Okay, weight and balance. Here we go. Let's see what we got here tonight. Where are we at? Okay. Weight and balance. Let me load up my flight plan here. Load. Import for SimBrief. Seattle to San Jose. Yeah, there it is. Okay, flight plan tonight. Cost index 54. Fuel on board 15.9. Flight level 370, the initial cruise. Takeoff weights looking like it's going to be about 125. Might be actually like 132. And the weight we got on board, 33,000 pounds of cargo. Hey, Hammy. How are you, man? I'm doing great. Work today. That kind of sucked, but that's alright. Air Force wants to get their weekend duty out of me. That's why I get paid the big bucks, alright? Alright. And we need 33,000 pounds. Okay, there's 23. There's 28. CG's a little bit forward, so let's add some more forward weight here. So let's put maybe 5 here. How about 7? Moving aft. Now we'll put a few here. 5, 23. Let's make that 10. 24. Let's make this 10. 32.5. CG's looking good. Maybe 2 more here. There's my 33. CG's good, and it will continue moving aft as we put fuel in the aircraft. It is a great night for flying. It's always a great night for flying out of Seattle. I love the Pacific Northwest so much. I love it. I want to retire here to Washington State or maybe Oregon. I love it up here so much. All right, position initialization. Let's get on with it. FMC. Position, put progress over here. Position initialization. Let's go KSEA. Copy, insert, route to K San Jose. So I've never been to San Jose. I'm hoping it's a cool airport. I've never been here in the game, nor have I been there in person. I always drive by it, never go in. ASA 7064. And runway assignment tonight is looking like it's going to be 3-4 right. 3-4 right. So we'll go ahead and put that in now. 3-4 right. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and do the route. And our route tonight, I'll show you now, but I'm going to read it off. We're on a Harub 6 departure with the HISCU transition. We got a Quebec 5 airway, Hoop 2, Chablis, and the Bricks 4 into San Jose. So let's start putting in the actual fixes. So HISCU, HISKU, and then we got the Q5, and then from there we go off at Hup 2. Hup 2. Put that there. And then we're going to go direct to Chablis. Chablis. Who names these things? And then from Chablis we're going to go onto the arrival. So departure is 3-4 right with the Harub 6 departure, which I don't think I've ever flown before. HISCU transition. Okay? Then we're going to go over to the arrival, and it's going to be the Bricks 4, and we're looking for ILS, possibly ILS 30 left. Let's take a look. Ooh, how about we do the RNAV? Ooh, the RNAV Zulu would be perfect, because the way this route comes in over San Francisco. Ooh, we're going to fly right over San Francisco. We could transition right onto the RNAV and shoot it in. That's perfect. RNAV Zulu runway 30 left. I like that. With the Jilna transition. Look at that. Connects the dots, baby. Perfect. Chablis transition, and we want the RNAV Zulu runway 30 left. RNAV Zulu 30 left with the Jilna transition. Now, let's take a look at what that's going to look like on the legs page. Step, step, step. Oh yeah, this is nice. Bro, it's like it was meant to be. There's a vector. What we'll do is we're just going to connect these dots. We'll take out the vector here and put that list like that. And I'm going to go route, activate. And now we become children of the magenta line. Boom. Welcome aboard. Nice. Okay, so that's done. Let's do performance initialization. You know what? I forgot the fuel truck rolling. All right, well, that's going to take a minute. Tell you what, while we wait for this, I'll pre-fill out what I can. Cost index 54, flight level 370. Cruise wind prediction is going to be plus 10, tailwind. We got 037 at 16. 037 16. Are we gonna take on fuel or? Come on, bro. Start pumping. We're fueling. Hey, Tactical Pigeon. Yeah, man, I love the 737. This level up thing is just so good. Let's go over the departure and our routing and all that while we're waiting, and then we can get some stuff done while we're putting on fuel. We're at Seattle. We're at my favorite spot, ramp 5 for cargo. We're going to push back with the tail facing east, taxi straight ahead, left turn on Alpha, and then a left turn onto Whiskey, or is that Bravo? Bravo, okay. Right turn here, left turn onto Bravo, take it all the way down to the south apron, and we'll enter, do a full length departure here. We should lift off somewhere about 2/3 of the way down. After that, we're on the Harub 6 departure, which I've never flown before. This looks like fun. V4 right, climb a heading 344 to at or above 932 feet, that's random. Then direct to Dodd V. Then on track 342 to cross Whirl, at or above 3,100. Then this depicted, we're out to Harub, cross Harub, at or above 10,000. Alright, so we do this weird thing where we climb up to 932 feet, the most random thing ever. Then direct to Dodd V. Then at or above Whirl at 3,100. That's probably to deconflict with the Boeing field traffic here. Then as depicted on the chart, and then over to Harub, and this is not the scale, guys, at or above 10,000. We should have no issue making that. So there is your departure and taxi brief. Still waiting on fuel. Shouldn't take too much longer here. Insufficient fuel, noted, because we're still fueling up. And one limit, let's go ahead and set that now. I like to use SimBrief for this takeoff performance. But we need to account for the fact that this aircraft doesn't have the correct weight and balance because it's not a true Boeing convertible freighter. So our gross weight's going to end up being about 130. Let's see here. 133. Let's call it 133. Takeoff weight 133. Calculate. No, I like flaps 5. Alright. D-rated takeoff 2. Select temperature 50. V1 141. Rotate 144. V2 148. N1 limit. Takeoff 2. And we want flex 50. Well, it's not flex, it's select temperature. Okay. Gives us an M1 rating of 84.8. Ugh. No. No. Let's go full. Let's bump it up, dude. That's weak sauce. We're gonna do takeoff select 50. I'm not doing no 84 N1. This is just putzing down the runway. Flaps 5, CG, and the V1 speeds. We're gonna go with these V1 speeds because they're a little bit better. We're using a lot more thrust, so our speeds actually go down here. Cool. All right, so FMC is set. Legs on the left, takeoff on the right. FMC is set. We're just about done refueling here. Let's press on. All right. Final cockpit preparation checklist. Fuel quantity is coming up. We'll check that again in a minute. Flight altitude will be 38,000 feet. It's 37 plus 1. Landing altitude, tell you what. I'll go ahead and put it in for now, but that's probably something that needs to be on a different item on the checklist later on. Ooh, elevation 62 feet. So let's call it 50. FMC is checked and confirmed. Flight director is on. Auto throttle's on. MCP airspeed set for V2, which is going to be 133. MCP heading is going to be 344 for our initial takeoff. Altitude. We'll go ahead and set her up to our cruise altitude for now. Hey, altimeters. Alright, I don't think we have any ATC on tonight. That's fine. So we'll get our weather from Navigraph. And the weather at Seattle is, the wind is 340 right down the runway. Clear skies, 23 degrees. Altimeter 3001. And we are landing in 34 left and right and departing 34 right. Okay. And the altimeters are 3001. 420, 420, 420. Altimeters are set cross-check. Auto brakes are RTO. Radios. Alright, let's get the CTAF for Seattle. CTAF KSEA 119.9. Alright, we'll keep the CTAF on. And then I'll have Unicom on VHF2. Cool. Nav radios are fine. TCAS. TCAS. Oh! Well, I'll have to make up my own code. 3530, that sounds good. Taxi takeoff departure brief is already performed. Okay. V4 start pushback checklist. Lower MFDs on engine. APU. We're going to start it up now, and I'll get my desk ready. Alright. Give me one moment, guys. I'll be ready in just a second. APU's coming on. Right. Let's see about this webcam. See if we can get that set up tonight. Yes. So Aviator, it's Level Up uses the Zibo plugin, which basically runs the whole cockpit architecture. So all the coding for the FMC, the gauges, the switches, that Zibo Mod is powered by that. But the flight model is all Level Up with my edits, because their latest one was pretty bad, so I fixed it. There's my edits on that. The APU is on. Doors and windows are closed. We'll leave the windows open. Yaw damper on. Electric hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps. Parking brake. Set. APU gens 1 and 2 on. Wheel chocks and the ground power unit, we'll pull those. Alright, anti-collision lights. Trim air. Not installed. Engine bleeds off. APU bleed on. Engine start switch will go ignition left tonight. ACARS. Let's do this. ACARS coming up. And of course I'm flying for UPS, Virtual Air Cargo, and if you are looking for a VA, please come join us. UPSVAC.com, and you want to join the Hamilton Hub, because then you can fly with me. I got the best sub with the best pilots. You want to be in Hamilton Hub. And just because you're in Hamilton Hub does not mean you can't fly all over the world. Look at us. We're in Seattle, and Hamilton is way over here. So that does not preclude you from flying anywhere. ACARS is set. Push and start clearance.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Seattle traffic up to 2759, descending through 5,500, 8 south of the field, setting up for a right pattern for runway 34 right, on the right downwind currently. Seattle.
Alright, this guy's coming in to 34 right, but it's going to take us 10 minutes to get down there, so.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright, cool. Ground, you're clear to connect. Saddle traffic, good evening. Alaska 7064. Ramp, cargo 5, push and start. Tail facing east. Hey, Hammy, we would love to have you, but only if you want to. I'm not trying to poach pilots from other hubs, but the more the merrier, man. All the actions at Hamilton, just letting you know.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go right there.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, crew. I'm about to start engines. Turn up your speakers, turn up your headphones, prepare for orgasm.
Up to 2759,
Hey, Max, welcome aboard.
4013 south of the field, turning base to final runway 34 right. Yeah.
Prepare for orgasm. Alright,
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
starting one. Alright, oil pressure's good, fuel on. Okay, fuel flow EGT. Good start on 1. Starter valve is closed. Starting engine 2. The best sounds. The absolute best sounds. Okay, rotation in 2. Fuel pressure's good. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Okay, good start on 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Yeah, traffic up 2759, 10 mile final.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, after start checklist. Engine and wing anti not required. Engine bleeds on, left and right. APU bleeds off. Packs on. Isolation valve is closed. Engine generators 1, 2. APU off. We wait for ground signal. Let's do our taxi checklist. Flaps. Set for takeoff. Flaps 5. Tap trim. Set for takeoff. 5.25 aircraft nose up. Takeoff data confirmed. 128, 130, 133. Takeoff thrust setting. 89.2 and 1. Transponder. TARA. Taxi light. On. Lower MFD. System. Taxi
Tow
clearance.
is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Alright, we'll see you on the left. Oh, on the right, sorry. It does, man. Alright, hand signal's good. Alright, crew. Taxi takeoff departure brief. No updates. Step traffic. Alaska 7664 taxi 34 right via Bravo Alpha. Correction, Alpha Bravo. Alright, crew. Let's roll. Parking brakes. Steering. Brakes. Oh, those sounds, dude. I know. It's so good. Okay, on the brakes, I'm gonna make this turn up here, and then we'll do our flight control check. Okay, let me get through this turn first. Got the Delta traffic landing on 3-4 right, straight ahead. Look at the light mod. This is Driscoll's light mod. It looks really good right now. Okay, flight control check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Rudder left. Rudder right. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good takeoff, man. I want to get in the air, so I'm going to go taxi a little bit faster than I probably should. Nice landing.
Thanks. Seattle traffic of 2759 vacating runway.
Thanks, Flight Level 4.
Taxiing to the road. Seattle.
I need to slow down. I'm on the brakes. We're going way too fast here. Okay, before takeoff checklist, lower MFD, off, LNAV, VNAV. I know, Southwest Taxi. I should have a flight director by now, right? Maybe when I hit Toga, it'll come in. I thought I would have a flight director by now. I don't remember. I've been flying too many other planes right now. Seattle traffic. Alaska 7064 departing runway 34 right. Let's go. We'll keep it rolling. Traffic, I think there's traffic landing behind us. Let's get moving here. Okay, engines are stabilized. Set takeoff thrust.
Knots.
About a hold.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Sound traffic, clear, 3-4 right.
Have a good one.
You too.
So traffic, you had 745 on a down mile final, runway 34 right, Seattle.
need to be above Worrell at 3100, so we're gonna make that easily. I'm gonna pitch it down a little bit. Flaps 1. Wow, guys, look at that view. Wow. Flaps up.
Seattle traffic crescent, I'm doing 34, 10 mile final, runway 34 left.
Dude, it's just, this sounds is so good, man. I can't get over it. Alright guys, headphone warning. Headphone warning. 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, I'm gonna do you solid here. Let's get a little CFM blast for a second. Woo. Alright. Autopilot's coming on. Okay, at the takeoff checklist, landing gear up, lights out, lever off, flaps up, retract, auto brakes off, ICAS. Good. Exterior lights. Engine start switches. Holding for altimeters.
Still trying to be at 1045, clear 34 right.
SJC, San Jose. I've never been there. Okay, crew, climb up to 14,000. Heading up to 370.
Seattle traffic crescent, 2134 is clear from it 34 left. Crossing 34 center, 34 right on it.
Altimeter standard. After takeoff checklist complete. Let's do altimeter check at 19,000 feet. Okay, coming up on 19,000. Check. Altimeter's cross check. Alright crew, that's flight level 200. Climbing really good right now. Lots of performance today. I love it, Hammy. It's so good. Smoggy out today. Look at the weather, even's got some smog or haze or something going on out there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this is. I think I want to move up here when I retire. I wanted to retire to North Carolina, but I think Oregon or Washington State. I think I'd like it better up here. I don't know, someday. I got a lot of years, so I gotta worry about that. Oh. Who left that open? Hey, there's 240. Let's keep it going. I love the gloom. I love the gloom. I hate the sun. I hate the heat. I hate the sun. I want gloom and I want rain every day. That's a perfect day for me. Sorry about that, guys. My OBS decided I didn't want to stream anymore, but I fixed it. I think we're back. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I've been to North and South Carolina for work, and I really like them, but there's just something about the Pacific Northwest that's so beautiful to me. I think I need to take another trip up there soon. Okay, that's 33,000 for 37. That's right. The nice thing about North Carolina is you get all 4 seasons there for sure. Let's check on our progress here. Mount St. Helens be off to the left, and then this is Portland, and then that should be Mount Hood coming up as well. So if I wasn't gonna live, if I wanted to live in Washington, I feel like I'd want to be up here along the coast or around Puget Sound, and if not here, I think I would want to live near like Astoria or something. Near the ocean in Oregon. That's kind of what I had in mind.
1,000 to go.
Oh! Copy, 1,000 to go. I remember the first time I went to Pennsylvania, I was like 4 or 5 years old, and that was my first experience with Amish people. I didn't know what to think about it. Oh no, Sim Pilot, this is Zibo. Let me explain. Oh, hold on, let's make sure I get a good level off here, and then I'll explain what I'm testing out here. I see a contrail over there. What is that? Alaska Airlines 737-800. Oh, company traffic. One second. Let me see what I got here. Company traffic there. Heading up to Seattle from Oakland. Okay, that's very similar route to what we're doing right now. See? A lot of aircraft going into Seattle tonight. Oh, this is going to be a really pretty approach, guys. We're going to fly right over the San Francisco Bay, right over San Francisco Airport, and landing at San Jose, which is at the south of this. This will be a fun flight tonight. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Let me explain to you when I say there's an update. I'm gonna get on Discord real quick. So if you go over to the Zibo Discord server, Skymatics, they have a channel there called Zibo Updates, right? So every time they update the Zibo plugin or their aircraft, they post an announcement here, and then they'll tell you what's been fixed. So for here, The latest update fixed bugs. AP pitch servo, decel before top of descent, deceleration to descent speed, auto land failures. Okay? And then it will also tell you here, level up compatibility. This update is compatible with level up aircraft version 1.0.3 and X-Plane 12 only. So, like I said, the Zibo, the level up cockpit is powered by the Zibo software. So they use the same plugin. So all of this stuff in here is Zibo powered. So whenever they update their plugin, you can also translate it over to the level up cockpit because they use the same software to run it. And basically the changes for this mod, for this update, are going to be in the autopilot handling, particularly as it pertains to like VNAV stuff, autopilot pitching, top of descent, deceleration, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be kind of hard to tell it. It's going to be hard to feel it. Because honestly, I think this aircraft's VNAV works pretty dang good before that. So it's even going to be better now, essentially, is what they're saying. It's going to handle descent and deceleration better. Level Up has gone MIA. The guys that for the Level Up crew, no one's heard from them in 3 months. They don't answer any messages on Discord. They don't reply to PMs. I don't know where they're at. I hope they have an update in the future because I love these aircraft. I love them. If we never got another update, these things would be okay. But there's some things that can be fixed, and I hope they do. And quite honestly, I don't understand why they don't charge money for this stuff. I love this plane. These sounds, I'd pay big money for these sounds. So I wish they would make this a payware. I'd pay for it. But if they're going to do that, they need to update it and be present on their community, which unfortunately at this time, they're not. This aircraft had some serious issues with the flight model on this 1.0.3 release, and I fixed them. There was a lot of issues with the pitch and the trim. I fixed all that stuff. Also, the approach pitch was like basically almost negative. I fixed all that for every variant on their behalf because they weren't responding to anybody. So I fixed it and I put my files out onto their Discord and also onto mine for anybody that wants to try it. And I think it's a great flying airplane now with my mods, and also with what the Zibo updates have brought lately. It's been really good. The sounds are the best. It is the most underrated sound pack in the history of flight sim software. I've never heard a sound set this good, and they did charge for it. And I gotta tell you, I've seen this before. Aircraft on TCAS is a Delta Airlines 737-800. I work on CFM 56 engines for my real job. They're a much earlier version than the 7Bs on this, but they still sound very similar, and it's so good. I'm telling you guys, these sounds just like the engines that I work on. And I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna post a link to a video that I recorded inside of an aircraft with CFM 56 engines that I work on. If you want to go listen to it real quick, you can compare the inside of that plane to the inside of this, and I think you're gonna be amazed at how similar they are. 1 second. I'm gonna do you guys something. I have another YouTube channel, and it says basically aviation and gun content. And it's not monetized because I don't have enough views and subs and stuff, but that's okay. Let me find it here. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see, where's it at? Oh yeah, you're gonna love this, guys. All right, here you go. Please listen to this. And tell me that these sounds don't sound like that. Nice still air up here tonight. Look at that. That's nice, dude. No turbulence, nothing. Oh, it's so nice up here tonight. Oh, Steven, no problem, man. I got you. So I have two options for you. Back on Discord, if you go to the Level Up Discord, if you go to the feedback section, you'll see a post that I made here months ago called Strong Nose Up Pitch Tendency on the 6, 7, and 8 variants. If you click here, just scroll through. The files are here. And also, if you go to my Discord, over to the Flight Simming channel, on my personal Discord, if you go up to the pin posts, you'll see them here as well. And you're welcome to download those. Hope that helps. See? Can you hear it? Enjoy that, Sim Pilot. That's my recording from inside a KC-135 last year when I was flying. So, Steven, the Zibo Mod is completely separate from the flight model. Let me here. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna do you another solid here. So you can download the Zibo Mod from their Discord, and it's gonna look like this. Okay. Oh, hold on. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into the plugins folder, and you're gonna copy Lua and Zibo Mod. Copy and paste. Copy these here. And then you're going to put them here. Stand by. You're going to put them in your Level Up folder. You're going to go to the plugins folder, and you're going to copy and paste and overwrite their stuff. Now, what I did was I made a stock folder. I put xlua.stock and zibomod.stock for a known good version of the Zibo plugin, in case if I put theirs in and it jacks up the plane, I didn't lose everything, and I can just go to an earlier version and it'll still work. But xlua and Zibo Mod, you take it out of the Zibo download and you put it into your 737NG plugins folder, because they use the same software for that. That's how that works. And that is completely separate from my flight model stuff. Yeah, you know what? Steven, I only recently found it out, and here's why. Check this out. If you go over to the Skymatic Zibo, if you go here, check it out. To learn how to use this update in the LU aircraft, see here. If you click that link, it'll take you to a really nice tutorial video, and it will tell you how to upload. Look, level up, update, Zibo Mod download, updating the level up aircraft with LU patch and with the Zibo Mod. So they have this video with how-to on how to do all this stuff. So I actually watched the video, and I learned how to do it really quick, and that's been really good for me. So that's all available. What's all this? Oh, yeah, we might get some guys. We might get some ATC online here. Seattle Center's online. Okay, 135.45. Let's turn them in. Cool. We got ATC. Seattle Center, Alaska 7064, you up?
Alaska 7064, Seattle Center, go ahead.
I'm just checking in with you, flight level 370.
Alaska 7064, Seattle Center, radar contact about 15 miles east of the Corral. You are welcome.
Thank you. Cool, we got ATC, guys. Nice. And that'll get us 8. You know what? It is getting kind of late here, I know, but I was hoping we'd get ATC in Oakland Center, but we probably won't. That's okay. I'll take what we can get. That'll get us halfway there.
Heading to 718 4000 Seattle, look at 3001.
Heading 718 4000, Alaska 1125.
Here we go. Oh, can I link their Discord? I'll try it. Let me see if I can get an invitation there. Okay, how do I get you on there? Let me see.
Alaska 7064, Squawk 3576.
3566, Alaska 7064.
Alaska 7064, 3576, 3576.
3576. Alright, let me see if I can find a link to their Discord. 1 second. Where is it at?
German cargo, 472 heavy, descend to maintain 4000, turn right, heading 250.
4000
okay,
and
give me a second.
250 on the heading, German cargo 472. Seattle Center, Alaska 1125, we have the field inside.
I'm looking for it for you. Hold on.
25, join the G4 left localizer. You're clear for the visual approach, runway 24 left.
Clear for the visual, runway 34 left, Alaska 1185.
Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Let me go back to their. Let me go back to their thing.
Charlie 7, hello, WestJet 1791, Plaza 380.
If I click on this.
When you write, your tone influences how readers.
Okay, hold on.
8 miles southeast of the shoots, we are welcome. And Alaska 125, just be sure to join the G4 left localizer.
I'm looking, hold on.
Can you repeat that for Alaska 1125?
Okay. If you want it,
Alaska 1125. No,
there's a
just
link to
join
the Discord right
localizer,
here.
clear for the visual chief
Go to
left.
this video,
Okay, we'll join the localizer and clear
Go to the
visual
video
chief for
description.
Alaska 1125.
and then you can get the link to the Discord that way. Sorry, it's like a roundabout way to go about it. 1 second here.
Cargo 472.
Go to this
heavy
video,
about
click on the video
8 miles,
description,
please turn
and there will
right
be a
heading.
link to their Discord in there.
Box 472, turn right heading 310 on the road. The field should be at your 12 o'clock. 50 miles before the field set.
Anyway, 310, we'll call a field German. Cargo 472, just confirm the right side, 34 right.
Box 472, affirm. Just confirm for right.
Thank you. Field say German Cargo 472.
German Cargo 472, maintain 170 knots till Bunker, clear for the visual runway 34 right.
170 or better, clear visual approach 34 right, German Cargo 472.
Yeah, take your time, man. That's all good. Anything I can do to help. I'm glad that we're getting some good learning in tonight on this stream. Just so, so as far as virtual airlines go, I fly for UPS Virtual Air Cargo, to which I really enjoyed this airline. And our airline is associated with a couple others. So we do primarily UPS, but we also we fly some code share agreements with Alaska Air Cargo and Prime Air, which is either Sun Country or Atlas. And there's also a European, I think Air Ireland or something in Europe. So that's why I'm allowed to fly this aircraft. I can fly this Alaska Air Cargo even though I'm in UPS Virtual Air Cargo, because we have an agreement that we can
Alaska
operate their aircraft.
5, wind 340 at 6, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, Alaska 1125.
Center Condor 2033 heavy on the ground in Seattle. Mission call for any taxi. Condor 2033 center good evening. Runway 34 left. Taxi via Bravo. Exit. Correct. 34 right. Taxi via Bravo. Exit around spot 99. 34 right via Bravo. Condor 2033 heavy. German Cargo 472 heavy. Runway 34 right. Clear to land.
34 right, second land to German Cargo 472.
Very happy to help, Steven. I'm glad you're here. If you have any more questions about this stuff, please let me know. I can show you whatever. I mean, plane won't crash while I step away for a second. I think when we get to San Jose, I'm thinking about flying this approach by hand. We'll see. Maybe not. I mean, this is my first time shooting this approach or even going into this airport, so maybe that's a bit much. We'll see. And definitely on the base leg. We might disconnect from there.
Alaska 1125 from Seattle, 20 straight ahead on Juliet.
Thanks, Sammy. I appreciate it. You have a good evening, man. I know it's getting kind of late.
On Juliet, cross 16 center, hold short, 16 left, Alaska 1125.
Alright, so where do I park here? I know how to find out.
Condor 2033, runway 34 right, line at the gate, traffic will cross prior to your departure. Runway 34 right, last way, Condor 2033.
Oh, we park way down here. Okay. So we're gonna have to. Okay. Good to know. Oh, thanks, man. That did work out pretty good, didn't it? At 67 feet a minute, I'll take that. I think I got that 747 figured out.
German Cargo 472 off from Seattle, turn left on Bravo, taxi to parking via Bravo and spot 22.
Yeah, left on Bravo and Bravo right for German Cargo 472, thank you.
Alaska 1125, taxi straight ahead on Hotel, cross street for right on Hotel, on the other side, right Bravo, left spot 50, higher parking.
Hey, straight ahead, cross on Hotel, 16 left, right on Bravo, and spot 55 for parking, Alaska 1125.
I think what I want to do, just to have it back up, is we'll get the ILS for 30 left and just put it in. Because I like my crutches. Let's go. Approach. ILS 30 left. That's going to be 110.9 306.
Seattle Center, I don't know what's going on with my aircraft. It's not moving, so I'm just going to disconnect your earphones, okay?
Alaska 1135, no worries, have a good evening, bye-bye.
You as well, see you, thanks, bye.
Condor 2033, runway 34 right, clear, flight runway heading, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff. Runway heading 34 right, clear for takeoff, Condor 2033.
So in about 20 minutes, crew will start briefing the arrival and the approach into San Jose. Just enjoying a really nice, quiet cruise tonight. This is some of the stillest air that I've seen in a while.
Should we give you data contact, say altitude?
Passing at 2,100, Condor 2033.
Condor 2033, thanks. Turn right, turn out, climb to maintain flight level 350.
Right turn south, climbing takeoff 350, Condor 2033.
Sorry, I was just clicking buttons, don't mind me. Put it in control wheel steering mode. I'm gonna adjust the brightness on these things. Get a little bright in here. Here we go. Okay, so about 15 minutes we'll start briefing the descent.
Alaska 7064, Oakland Center is offline, monitor advisory, good night.
Okay, over to advisory. Alaska 7064, so long. Alright, back on our own, guys. But yeah, at least we had some ATC for a while. I didn't realize it was so late. I need to go to work tomorrow. Oh well, we'll get this thing landed and I'll go to bed after that. It's finally getting dark out here, huh? You guys are a quiet bunch, Dell. Alright, crew, we can start briefing the arrival here. I'll bring up the checklist. So this is my descent and approach checklist here. Alright, what do we got here? So let's go over the landing data. So I already kind of calculated the landing weight. We're currently at 126. We're going to burn about 3,000 pounds of fuel more. So I'm calculating a landing weight of about 123,000 pounds. So if we do that, we'll throw 123 into the calculator here on SimBrief. At flaps 30, that gives us an approach speed of 135, which means our VREV speed is 130. It's recommending auto brakes 3, so we'll put that in there. And that gives us a factored landing distance of 6,300 feet. And that includes your flight over the threshold until you touch down. So I got flaps 30, 130. Remember, it's VREF plus 5. Auto brakes 3. I'll bring over the chart now. So we're landing at San Jose Airport on 30 left. Not entirely sure why they're using 30 left. Maybe we should check the weather and we can figure that out. Arriving 30 left. Alright, that's pretty clear. That's information Juliet. The wind is 310 at 8. So again, right down the runway for us. View clouds 4,800 feet. Altimeter 3001, just like it was in Seattle. Landing on 30 left. We can aim for a exit, probably around Juliet or Kilo. We'll cross 30 right and get on to taxiway. What is this? Yankee, and take it all the way down to the UPS ramp down here. We're on the Bricks 4 RNAV arrival. So we have some crossing restrictions here. We need to cross Chibley at or above 280. Grigio at or above 220 at 280 knots. Cork at above 14. Bricks, this is a hard crossing. 250 knots, 12,000 feet. And this here is basically directly over the San Francisco airport, right here. And then we need to be at 12,000 feet at Luta. And then we'll start a pretty steep descent down to get into San Jose. We're going to be flying the RNAV Zulu runway 30 left approach. So after Lutia, we'll pick it up at Jonah. Whoa, what's this? Oh, auto ATC, whatever. That doesn't help us much. So we'll fly this in VNAV until we get down to, as long as we fly VNAV descent path here, as long as we cross Waxar at 1,600 feet, we can pick up a 3-degree glide path down to runway 30, which is at 57 feet touchdown zone elevation. 3-degree glide path, and we can use our HUD to maintain that. So the MSA is 5,600 feet within 25 nautical miles of runway 30 left threshold. In the event of a missed approach, we'll climb to 2,000 on track 306 to RTAC and hold. That's the published missed approach, but in reality what we're going to do is we'll fly a pretty tight left closed traffic pattern and come back and try it again. But we'll fly it up to 2,000 feet. The decision altitude for this approach is 430 baro. 430 baro. We are visual. Landing data, arrival and approach briefing, decision altitude. 430 baro. MSA 5,600 feet. Seatbelt signs are on. Alright, crew, so we're nice and briefed up here. Looks like we'll be starting down in about 7 minutes. Head down in 7 minutes. We will be directly overflying the San Francisco International Airport, and we should be able to see Oakland. We'll be able to see the Bay Bridge, and also we'll also get to see the Golden Gate Bridge. We're going to basically parallel it as we're coming down into San Jose. And it's pretty funny because I was actually here in San Francisco myself back in January with my family, my mom and my kids. We stayed here kind of near downtown. Actually, it might have been near Bernal Heights. We were kind of in this area. No, I'm sorry. No, we weren't. Where were we at? Nob Hill. We stayed around here because me and my son walked up to Nob Hill. It's a pretty cool place. And we drove across the Bay Bridge, went all the way through here, across this bridge, came down through here, there's Sausalito, across the Golden Gate, making a big day trip out of it. We also went to Alcatraz, which is pretty cool. But we'll be flying basically parallel with the Golden Gate Bridge as we come in. We'll be able to see Oakland from across the bay. This will be a very scenic approach, guys. I'm looking forward to this. X-Plane nights, it's gonna be so pretty. I love the Bay Area. That would be pretty cool. So a couple nights ago, Steve and I was flying into Dallas, Fort Worth, and there was thunderstorm activity, and as I was looking outside, the lightning was reflecting off of the ground at night. It was lighting up the ground as the lightning was striking out of the clouds. It was the coolest thing ever. It was a live stream I did a couple nights ago, about a week ago, in the 747, and you could see the lightning strikes, and it was lighting up the ground as the lightning bolt was zapping the ground. It was really neat. It was one of the coolest things I've seen yet in X-Plane 12 as far as weather goes. You can see that. I think I have the live stream. I'll find it. Let me see if I can find like no, I'll do it later, but I can. If you go to the approach and the descent into Dallas, we fly through a thunderstorm, and then you can see the lightning just lighting up the ground and also reflecting off the clouds too. It's really cool. Yeah, hey, it's gonna get even better when we fly this approach, dude, because I like to use my HUD, and it's pretty cool watching the approach through the HUD. I think you'll like that. Yeah, we should be starting down here in about 4 minutes. So top of descent, 29 nautical miles at 535 Zulu. It's currently 531 Zulu. think I have a second to go grab a quick drink of water here before we get ready to hit down. Well, we should be down pretty soon here, Steven. Hopefully you can stay awake for the arrival. It's just going to be very pretty. If not, if you got to go to bed, and then tomorrow you can go and watch the live stream and fast forward to the arrival and the landing if you want. That's the nice thing about these YouTube live streams is they're saved forever. You can go back and watch them like a regular video. I think it's pretty cool. And you can, it'll be in 1440p rendering, so nice, good HD quality. Alright, we should be hearing a chime here any minute now. Yeah, at any rate, I had a good time. It was my mother and my kids. We just enjoyed a 3 or 4 day getaway. And it's, you know, people talk a lot of trash about San Francisco. They say it's dirty and it's full of liberal scum and this and that. But, you know, it was really nice when I was there. I don't know. I wasn't seeing all this horrible stuff that everybody told me I was going to see. I always like going there. Oh, reset MCP altitude. I can do that. We'll set it to 10,000 feet for now. Okay, crew, retard. So we're gonna pull the throttle levers back down to idle. And we are heading down. Alright, crew, head down. It's probably a good idea to set up some of our radios, huh? Let's see here. CTAF KSJC. One 24000. Cool. Okay, we're getting a little slow here. I'm gonna help the auto throttle out a little bit. So we should be descending at Mach 7.79, but we got a little slow, so I'm gonna push them up a little bit. Okay, and we'll go back to idle. Yeah, you know what? I really do like San Francisco, despite everybody talking about it, because I have a lot of conservative friends at work. You know, I'm in the military, so not a lot of Democrat-loving people, and people hate Gavin Newsom in this state, and he used to be the mayor of San Francisco, so they attribute every negative thing about San Francisco to Democrats and Gavin Newsom and all this stuff. And you know what? There's bums, there's trash, there's crap on the street in San Francisco, yes, and there is in every other major city that I've been to as well. It's no worse there than anywhere else. And honestly, I didn't see a lot of it, so I still like going there. And there's so many cool touristy sightseeing things to do. I had a great time. It's expensive though, I'll tell you that. Alright crew, looking good on speed, on profile. Oh, I think I'm seeing a little something out there. So if you look, this is the Oakland Bay Bridge right here. This is the Golden Gate Bridge straight ahead. Like I said, we would parallel it. There it is. There's Alcatraz right there. You can even see it. That's so cool. So I was actually right there on Alcatraz, right by that lighthouse, right there looking back towards the city. I got some cool pictures of me and my kids and my mom there, looking over back towards the city. Fisherman's Wharf is over here. There's that little island that's in between Oakland and San Francisco where the Bay Bridge goes through. And then Oakland Airport should be over here a little bit. And that's actually somewhere that I fly to pretty often here on stream. I fly here on stream quite a bit, and also, you know, for UPS Virtual Air Cargo, I fly the MD-11 into Oakland a lot. But we're already seeing our sights. K Oak is going to be basically right behind this window frame over here. Okay, airspeed 280. We're on profile, on speed. Sorry, I've been doing sightseeing. Hopefully the co-pilot's been monitoring everything, because I haven't been watching what's going on here. Me too, Nanny Ray. Me too. I'm still awake. I better be. So there we go. There's San Francisco Airport right there. Got some traffic taking off and some traffic landing here. So a 737-900 just took off, and it looks like a 777-200 is landing now. Yeah, we rode the trolley too, and the trolley broke down. The cable snapped, and we had to walk. It sucked. We ended up getting a good ride on the trolley in the end, though. Like, we had to get on another line, but we got to where we wanted to go. It's fun. I think my kids were kind of whatever about it though. But I enjoyed it. And there's Oakland Airport right there. That's the primary runway that we use. There's, I think that's runway 30. I always land, so coming in from Ontario in the MD-11 would come down this way, and I land on the runway right here. I usually do a full-length rollout, get off right about there, and we park over here. This is the cargo ramp at Oakland Airport, but there's the runway 30. Okay, speed's looking good, although I could probably bump it up a little bit. Okay, altimeter's 3001. Ignition to continuous. Let's do an altimeter check here at 17,000 feet and 17. Altimeter's cross check. Oh yeah, good old Oakland Airport right there. That's my runway right there. And there we go. Lots of activity over at out at San Francisco International. There's that 777 we saw on approach, landing and rolling out right now. You can see him taxiing in. We'll do one last weather check here. Okay, 51 minutes ago. And no update. Look how cool that default airport looks in X-Plane. That is such a cool airport. Alright, I'm going to do an external view here, guys, so I'm going to give you a head forward warning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretty cool. Alright, let's start decelerating. .250 FMS speed. Alright, we're gonna level off at 12,000 and continue. Looks like we have another descent point coming up. Okay, we're picking up the ILS for our runway 30 left at San Jose, which is over down that way a little ways. But again, this is just a backup. We're gonna fly the RNAV approach, which is mostly visual at this point. Yeah, I only fly real time and real world weather, real world time. So I do end up flying a lot at night because of my schedule, like you. I got kids and I work. I really only get to fly during the daytime if I don't have my kids after school one day or on the weekends when I'm by myself. But it is what it is. No time compression and real time. But you know, I'm a cargo pilot anyway, so we tend to do a lot of late night cargo lifting, so it kind of makes sense, right? Cargo crew dogging. All right, there's our airport over there, I think. Yep, that's our airport over there. Oh man, I don't think that's gonna work. We're gonna have to throw some speed brakes out and everything, man. This thing's got us coming down pretty fast. We're supposed to lose 5,000 feet in 4 nautical miles. There's absolutely no way we're gonna do that. Alright, speed 240. I'm probably gonna have to go speed brakes here for this. Alright, crew, stand by for descent. Alright. We're way high. Speed brakes extend. Exterior lights on. Descent checklist complete. Alright, we gotta lose a ton of altitude here. I think we can get down. But we're not gonna.
1,000 to go.
Oh, nope. We can go ahead and set that down to 1,600 feet. Should work. Actually, you know what? I'll set it to our minimums. That'll be fine. Okay, we're 3,000 feet high, but we'll make this. Speed brakes are at the flight detemp. It's coming in. We're 2,400 feet high now, but it's coming in quick. Alright, HUD. Okay, decel. 2,000 feet high. There's the airport. A drag required. You don't say. Really? Hey, 800 feet high. We're okay. We're really fast though, so that's it. That is an issue. I think we'll be able to bleed off the speed here pretty quick. Yeah, we're way fast. Alright. We're good. I got it. Hey, we're back on profile now. Let's get this airspeed down. I'm gonna help it out, flaps 1. Alright, let's get some more drag out. Speed checks, gear extend. Or gear down. Flaps 5. Alright, I'll take it from here. Throttles. Runway in sight. Flaps 15. Speed brake. Retract. And armed. Flaps 30. $135. Center of A's traffic, Alaska 7064 on final 30 left. Alright, flaps 30 is set, landing checklist, landing gear down 3 greens, full hand arm, auto brakes 3. Flaps and slats, flaps 30. Altimeter's cross check 3001. ICAS, no alerts, landing clearance, clear to land. Little wind shift there. Oh, it's working fine. What is it supposed to do? It's working fine to me.
Plus 100. Minimums.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Manual braking. All right. After takeoff check, after landing checklist, furlough handle. Retract and disarm. Flap handle. Is up. Retract. Auto brakes. Off. Radar. Off. Landing lights. Runway turn off. I'll leave the strobes on till we clear the other runway. Runway turn off is off. Strobe lights. Wing and engine anti-ice not required. Engine start switches. Off. APU. Start. Clock. Stop. Stab trim. Five degrees aircraft nose up. After land checklist complete. Alright, so let's see where we're at right here. We'll cross 30 right at Kilo and right turn on to Yankee all the way down to Bravo. Let's open up the windows, get some air in here. And let's taxi. This is a cool airport, man. It looks pretty neat. I kill strobes. Takeoff power taxi, huh? No, I won't do it, man. It's too much. Okay, I better slow down here. Hold on. Okay, we got a left turn coming up. Next turn will be Bravo, and we park somewhere over here. Alright, let's start a turn right here. And parking's gonna be somewhere around here. Oh, I see a marshaller right over there. Yep, there he is. Taxi light. Alright, I see the spot. There we go. Parking brake set. Parking checklist. Transponder. Standby. APU generators. Fuel switches. Packs. Window heat. Probe heat, yaw damper, electric hydraulic pumps, anti-collision light, fuel, IRS, fuel chocks, ground power unit. Okay, chocks are set. Parking brake released. Ground power on. APU off. There you guys go. San Jose. What a cool airport. That was a fun flight. Anchorage to Dead Horse, huh? Well, I have been to... So, there's actually quite a few options to go Alaska Air Cargo. I've so far I've flown to Good Enough, Barrow, Prudhoe Bay. I think I've been to Adak. I've been to quite a few little small airports. It's been really cool. I love flying up in Alaska. My only problem is it's kind of lonely. There's not a lot of ATC, and there's not a lot of planes. So you're flying by yourself up there, which is fine. But I've done quite a few flights so far up in Alaska. And again, I went up to Barrow, which is like the northern tip the most tippy top of Alaska you can get. Then we flew into Prudhoe Bay, Prudhoe Bay, which is pretty cool too. But after Barrow, it's the Arctic Ocean, and there's nothing else. Like, you go north and you're flying into ice. Anyway, guys, I need to get to bed. It's already 11 o'clock and I gotta work tomorrow. But I really enjoyed this flight. This is one I'll do again. I'll probably take this plane back up to Seattle in the next few days, because this is kind of an outlying place. And I don't want to leave the plane here because, you know, no one wants to fly out of San Jose. So I'll probably take this back up to Seattle here in the next few days. But thank you guys for being here. I really enjoyed the company. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Pretty decent landing. I do like this airport a lot. It's really cool here. Look at that. This is so cool. I gotta tell you guys, default X-plane airports are awesome. It's just not something you get in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You don't get cool small airports like this that are animated and have all of this stuff in them. You just don't get that. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.